live. Good morning, everybody. My name's Daniel Allison, the average dude, along with my co-host, my partner in crime, my energy man extraordinaire, Freddie at Bobcat. Good morning, Freddie.
Good morning, Danny. Happy wet Tuesday to you.
Hey, school's out for the summer, boss man. What you think?
School's out for the summer.
Now, tell me, Fred, how do things change at the Blanton household now that the boys are going to be sleeping in a little longer? How do things change in the morning, getting your mind right before you get everybody else's mind right?
I don't have quite the urgency to get out the door.
Now let me ask you this. In the beginning of the year, see, he loves to give me heck. Mike is backstage. You guys are going to meet Mike short. We got a guest today. But Fred loves to give me heck. I want to know, did you make your bed so far every day that the boys have been in school?
I make my bed as long as nobody's still in it. How's that?
Oh boy! Hey, and we're not going to take it any further than that right there. We're not going to ask any more questions. Good morning, Russ Hammond. I bet Russ got a little exercise in this morning. Got him a little something going.
I worked out this morning.
I did
we have a
too.
group workout, F3. You ever heard about it?
Man, let me tell you. Sometimes it's good to have a little solo workout. Just wake up, do some curls. Do some of these. But you know what? I did miss you guys. Long story. I would hate to get into all of that. And speaking of excuses, before we invite Mike up, you ever got a speeding ticket?
Have I? Yeah.
Have you?
I've got a few.
I got one yesterday. I got a speeding ticket yesterday. I couldn't talk myself out of it. And hey, sometimes that happens. There's Carl Punt. Good morning, Carl.
The Captain Punt.
I love it. But hey, before we digress too much, I want to find out if Mike has ever had a speeding ticket. So our guest today, he went to Coastal Carolina, so he's familiar with the Carolinas. Here comes Mike to the stage. There it is.
Does everybody have a cup of coffee? Can we take a sip of coffee?
Let's get going this morning. Here we go.
First sip, let's go.
Here we go. Cheers.
Shop floor. I saw something about shop floor.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you this. Now, we know we're going to talk about Shop Floor Coffee, and you're the founder of Shop Floor Coffee, and we've gotten connected. But first things first, getting your mind right with a cup of coffee and some good energy talk in the morning. What do you think, Mike? Is that something that you can get down with?
It's a perfect recipe. I'll tell you what, man. Some energy, some coffee. Let's roll.
That's it. And you know, thinking about what you do with that, I think no matter where we work. Good morning, Aaron Jacobs. It's that opportunity to kind of get together with some of the folks in the office. You go to the coffee maker, you make a cup of coffee, and you talk a little bit, right? I mean, that's part of the team chemistry. Talk about what you have observed, not only in your career, but kind of as things have progressed with your coffee business.
Man, jumping right into it for sure. But I just got to mention, yes, of course, I have had a speeding ticket and many, unfortunately, one too many probably in my lifetime. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Maybe we can talk about that later. But
hey, I set that up, Mike, and then I got interested about the coffee, and I forgot to ask you about the ticket. So
yeah, but I mean, you nailed it, Dan. The thing is about, building up our main purpose and our goal is to build up the workforce within the manufacturing community. And one of the best ways to do that is build some like a family environment at the shop floor, on the shop floor, at the company level. And what better way to do it than grab a cup of coffee, talk with your buddies at the coffee maker early on in the morning to get your mind right, to get energized about the day, and start rock and rolling from there.
I love that. Me and Fred, we interviewed Dr. Brad Hughes and his entire team. And one of the things that we wanted to do, so they have a team huddle every morning. He's a dentist, of course, a different atmosphere, but I loved his team huddle. The reason I wanted him on, I wanted to meet his team, and then I wanted to hear about these team huddles. And I bet in your experience with your own, we'd love to hear about your own career and kind of where the idea came from, but also just what you have seen about the companies that actually go that extra step and have that little team huddle. I think that's an interesting kind of angle.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the people when it comes down to it. And you build a good team atmosphere, you build that family environment, and you're going to get more people that want to work for you, more people that put their time, energy, and effort into a work day. They feel that sense of belonging to the team, to the company, take a little bit more pride in everything. So, I mean, it all adds up. You guys know. I mean, anytime that you can get people together talking, and not necessarily just about work, but about families, about what they did over the weekend. I watched your show from yesterday, and you were up in Charlotte, Danny, and Freddie, you were, out with the boys and doing that thing. And I mean, talking about that stuff and getting people involved, hearing what they did over the weekend, that just brings everybody, makes everybody tighter. You want to work for the next person next to you. I mean, yesterday was Memorial Day, and that's all about that. I mean, I'm wearing my Army green today because I have family members that were in the armed forces. And, it's just kind of all about that camaraderie and working together. So it just builds it up. And I mean, my story is pretty simple. I worked in and around manufacturing for 20 years, saw that there was a need there's always a need to build up the workforce within manufacturing. It's struggling right now. It's struggled forever. And what better way than to have a first sip of coffee in the morning with your team and start to kick off the day right. But then, through the coffee, we give 20% of our proceeds back to workforce development programs, specifically in manufacturing, because there's a need for it. And we wanted to do something that's a little bit different, a little bit outside the box, but impacts every shop. I mean, every shop has some coffee in it. And we just wanted to be somebody that was helping out through that avenue.
I love that.
Why do you think that manufacturing space struggles a little bit?
And there's been a perception of manufacturing for every dirty, grimy, dark atmosphere. People walk into a shop and they don't expect to see the cool technology, bright lights, a clean environment. They expect to see what they saw way back when. And especially parents that don't know anything about manufacturing, they just see a big cinder block building with no windows in it or something, and they assume that it's going to be just a dangerous, dark, dirty environment where people work and they're miserable at their job and all this kind of stuff, where it's the complete opposite now. People are taking real concern and pride in what the shop looks like, how safe it is, how clean it is, how cool the technology that they're bringing into the shops are. And we want to help expose that to the next generation of manufacturing companies.
I love it, and I get excited about this topic. So I get around. I know you do, and I love that. I love the energy and the passion around it. But here's the thing that I know from my own personal experience, my own situation: put a tool in your hands early, right? I mean, number one, it's the quickest path to entrepreneurship, right? I mean, if you can make something, if you can build something, if you can fix something, hey, you're halfway home. My dad was a computer guy. He didn't put as many tools in my hand, and we shot a lot of basketball, that sort of thing, right? But when I started learning and I started seeing these combinations of skills like Philip Leroy has, Freddie, somebody that can do the business stuff, but can also put a tool in his hand and how it's made, Mike. You walk into a machine shop and these little intricate plumbing on a train that somebody's got to make, Fred, right? Yeah. It's small, it's miniature, and it's bent, and somebody's got to make it. You can't go to Lowe's and buy that fitting. So I think, to your point, talk about the secrets that are in your corner shop, machine shop that people may not know about, Mike?
Well, some of the things that are really interesting to me, guys, is the use of technology and how it's growing by leaps and bounds. And one of the things that we're super passionate about is robotics and automation. Now, for a lot of people, they don't realize that automation, robotics has been used in manufacturing for years and years and years. But the level of advancement where it's at now is unreal. And also AI and machine learning has been used in manufacturing for a long time. But again, like the pace of the advancement is just becoming crazy. And to see young kids get involved with that at an early age. So we recently partnered up with the REC Foundation, which runs VEX robotics programs across the country. And we were just down in Dallas for their world championship. You guys, you should see this. If you've never been to one of these competitions, it's unreal. Like there was 800 teams, 8,000 people in this arena environment and just going nuts about robotics and building and STEM programs that are impacting these kids and the level of excitement. I mean, these programs, these competitions and the teams start out when the kids are in elementary school and go up through high school. All the way through high school, and seeing these kids build these things. I mean, they're way smarter than me, man. They're way smarter. They start building these things and putting them together, and the passion, the enthusiasm, the teamwork, the dedication to these programs, it's unreal. And, seeing that, and to answer your question kind of, is that a lot of people don't understand that sort of technology, that sort of learning, that sort of team building, everything goes into what could be a great potential career in manufacturing for kids coming up, and maybe even a little bit of a different career path than the standard, go to a 4-year school, get a degree in this and that and the other thing, and maybe it provides a little different option for them.
I think that's why we can't downplay vocational schools and community colleges.
Oh my God.
Nailed it.
Yeah. And get excited about it because, like you say, Mike, you made a great point. The technology, the computer guys and the machine guys, they're coming together for sure.
Yep.
I mean, and so all of these different things, all of these different skills, even just learning a little bit about CAD, I was in that 3D modeling kind of space where I know just enough, but it really helps us to see, and Mike, all that's coming with 3D printing and all of these other things that we're able to do. And like you say, the layers, the generation before started with manual machines and how to make it with manual, and then CNC. And now, like you say, they start learning earlier, they're coding and AI. It gets exciting about where we're going, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, you can obviously tell I get a little excited about this, but I mean, Freddie, Bobcat, a great company, unbelievable company, and manufacturing some of the greatest equipment in the entire world. And their facilities, I've been fortunate enough to be to a couple of their facilities. And they make some cool stuff. And what they make, like you said, Dan, is they make this stuff from a raw piece of metal into some of the coolest machines that are on the planet. It's unreal, and using the technology and, like you said, Dan, combining the computer guys with the computer guys and gals with the people who are actually machining things and designing it, and all that is it's just really cool. And to see the next generation actually build something, that next generation and current and past, to be able to make something with your hands and get that pride of like, hey, look at that thing, man, I made that Bobcat. And it's just cool.
Yeah.
It is. I'm sitting here thinking it doesn't matter who we're interviewing, what we're talking about. We're human beings, and everything is becoming more and more connected, isn't it? You mentioned Bobcat. You live up north, and we're talking coffee, but you found a connection with the machine shop world with Freddie and what he does.
Yeah.
And so I think, like I say, the entire industry coming together, manufacturing coming together, shops coming together, drinking coffee, having conversations like this. So this has been a lot of fun. Mike, thanks for joining us this morning.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Really love what you guys are doing, and I love the energy so much.
Thanks.
Hey.
We'll let Freddie finish us out here.
Here's my final thought. If I wanted some shop floor coffee, where in the world could I get it?
Oh man, I love that question. I mean, you can go to shopfloorcoffee.com. We sell through. We've been fortunate enough to pair up with and partner up with some of the largest coffee office and break room distributors across the country, so you can find it there. We're partner up with some industrial distribution partners. It's been a crazy year and a half for us, but we're excited about where you can find it. But and you can always reach out directly to me, and we'll hook you up, man.
Nice. All right. Let's get it today, boys.
Yeah. Hey, have a great week. Great to meet you, Mike. Have a great day, everybody. Let's roll.